Special committee set up to investigate false affordable housing scheme. A very good afternoon. I'm Adrian Seed and you're watching News on 2. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Tun Razak has launched Unify's I Found It app, which will be available free of charge at 5,800 hotspots around the country via the national telco's I Found It app until December 31st. Now, after the promotion period, users will only be charged 10 cents per hour for data use over the app.
Telekom Malaysia akan menjadi organisasi penggerak utama membawa Malaysia dalam bidang telekomunikasi, convergence telecommunication, yang mana yang kita harapkan sebagai sesuatu yang penting dalam perjalanan kita untuk mencapai transformasi.
Speaking during the Jom Bersama TM session in Kuala Lumpur yesterday, Datuk Sri Najib also announced several incentives provided by the TM management related to holidays, education and health, which are designed to fulfill the Employees' Happiness Index. Notable amongst these is the incentive for pregnant TM employees to return home from work an hour earlier. The Ministry of Urban Wellbeing, Housing and Local Government will set up a special committee to investigate companies allegedly involved in false affordable housing schemes. Now, its Minister Tan Sri Noor Omar said the committee, which is headed by the Director General of National Housing Department, K. Jayasilan, would be effective from today. Commenting further, Tan Sri Noor said his ministry viewed the matter seriously and will not compromise with the two companies which are currently implicated in the scam offering affordable housing units.
Saya nak minta kepada mana-mana pihak yang saya dengarkan, ramai juga dekat beratus yang katanya dia mendakwa tertipu, maka juga NGOs yang memperjuangkan nasib mereka ini, saya harap akan tampil ke hadapan untuk memberikan maklumat kepada jawatankuasa ataupun task force yang ditubuhkan ini.
Tan Sri Noor added that the committee is set up through NBOS, or the National Blue Ocean Strategy also includes related agencies such as the police and the Ministry of Domestic Trade, Cooperatives and Consumerism. Meanwhile, 89 people received their residential keys for affordable housing Type A in Sungala Park Heights, Port Dickson. Now, the homes were sold at only 75,000 ringgit compared to the actual sales price, which is double the amount. Now, the keys were presented by Negeri Sembilan Menteri Besar Datuk Sri Muhammad Hassan.
Saya nak cadangkan supaya peratusan rumah mampu milik yang Type A 15% ini dinaikkan kepada 20%. Ya? Dan kita kurangkan rumah mampu milik Type C yang 400 ke bawah tu daripada 20% kepada 15%.
102 more people received their Teluk Kemang resident home title deeds. 6,000 units of affordable housing will continue to be built across the state of Negeri Sembilan. The construction of Cyberjaya Hospital will finally complete the network of public health services in Selangor and simultaneously help reduce the congestion problems at the Putrajaya and Serdang Hospital. The hospital, covering an area of 4.86 hectares, is a 9-story complex. Equipped with an adjoining 8-story parking complex, is scheduled for completion within 3 years. In his opening speech at the groundbreaking ceremony in Cyber 11, Health Minister Datuk Sri S. Subramaniam said with a capacity of 288 beds, the hospital is expected to provide better service to residents in Cyberjaya, Puchong, Dengkil and Sepang.
Hospital Crocodile adalah hospital first class hospital. Tak boleh tambah katil. Hospital Serdang boleh tambah katil. Hospital Putrajaya tak boleh. Kalau sudah lebih banyak pesakit di Hospital Putrajaya, mereka hantar kepada hospital lain. So sekarang ada satu pilihan, boleh hantar kepada Hospital Cyberjaya.
The construction emphasizes sustainability factors and energy efficiency through a design which meets the certification standards of the Green Building Index. Amongst the sustainability characteristics of the health facilities worth 475 million ringgit are optimal orientation of solar energy and energy accumulation technology. The delay in completing the flood mitigation project in Sungai Pinang in Pulau Pinang was due to the issue of land acquisition. Natural Resources and Environment Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar said the 150 million ringgit project approved by the federal government was stalled because of squatter relocation issues. Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Junaidi assured that by January of next year, the project would be ready to be handed over to the contractor to start work on the project, which is expected to be completed by year 2020.
2018 kita boleh menyerahkan projek ini kepada kontraktor kerana proses tender itu dah dilaksana dan siap. Pemilihan kontraktor saya ingat dah masih dalam proses sekarang dan bulan Januari itu kita boleh serah kepada kontraktor.
Meanwhile, speaking after the launch of the World Rivers Day in Kuala Lumpur yesterday, Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Junaidi added that the Department of Environment is monitoring 33 polluted rivers in urban areas. Amongst them are Sungai Juru, Sungai Jelutong in Pulau Pinang, Sungai Penchala in Kuala Lumpur and Sungai Semenyih in Selangor. Higher education institutions can take action on any student who violates any university rules and regulations, and this includes joining the planned beer festival in October. Education Minister Dato Sri Idris Jusso said the government was very firm on the matter and wants all parties to comply. Dato Sri Idris added that the higher institutions and universities need not refer to the ministry, as the respective vice-chancellors have been given full authority to act accordingly against those who break the law. Last week, Kuala Lumpur City Hall or DBKL rejected a permit application submitted by the organizer of the beer festival based on security reasons, besides it being in conflict with the enactments under the DBKL's bylaws. Rescue team in search of a man killed by a crocodile yesterday found internal organs believed to belong to the victim in Sungai Rimbas Pusa in Sarawak. Bentong District Police Chief DSP Fadil Antum Abdullah, in confirming this, said the organs have been sent to hospital for DNA verification. In the 3:30 p.m. incident on Sunday, the victim, Bentayan Ilah, age 31, who hails from Kampung Tambak Pusa, had gone fishing with a friend when he was suddenly attacked by the crocodile, which pulled him into the river. A search radius covering a distance of 20 kilometers upstream and downstream from the location where the victim was supposedly attacked by the crocodile was immediately launched after the authorities received a report on the incident. During the search, police also came across a crocodile and fired 2 shots but missed the target. The search operation resumes today. A mother and son were killed and 2 others were injured when a 12-ton lorry carrying sand rammed into their car in Kampung Sungai Soy in Kuantan yesterday. Tuan Muhammad Zulhaizi Tuan Temaran, 38, and his mother, Kelso Muhammad, 66, died on the spot due to severe injuries. According to Kuantan Fire and Rescue Operations Commander Mat Yusof Hussein, the accident happened when the lorry from Sungai Soy heading towards Kuantan skidded out of control on the opposite lane and rammed into the Proton Iswara. The 2 other victims, Tuan Temaran's father and his child who sustained injuries, were sent to Hospital Tengku Ampuan Afzan for treatment. Coming up, Prasarana and SMRT sign MOU to develop a Johor Bahru Singapore rapid transit system. This in a moment. Global oil prices hit a new high in months in anticipation of production cuts and imposing output quotas on oil cartel members at the upcoming OPEC meeting in Vienna this November. United Arab Emirates Energy Minister Suhail Al-Masroui said that the oil market had rebalanced after OPEC and non-OPEC producers agreed to cut output in a historic deal last year. Major crude producers, OPEC and non-OPEC countries, agreed late last year to cut production by about 1.8 million barrels per day for 6 months. They agreement was then extended for an additional 9 months until March of 2018. Brent North Sea crude is up 71 cents at $57.13 per barrel, whereas West Texas Intermediate is up 60 cents at $51.56 per barrel. Now, flights between Incheon, South Korea to Johor Bahru are set to increase twice a week from January the 2nd in 2018. In a memorandum of understanding signed between the Korean-based Jin Air Company Limited and the Malaysian Inbound Tourism Association, or MITA, the flights are expected to increase to 4 times a week from June of 2018 in view of the influx of Korean tourists.
Johor visitors statistic also shows that there is 256,000 of South Koreans visited Johor in the year 2015 and 2016. Until July of this year, there are 72,000 visited from South Korea visited Johor. Majority of them show interest in island, beaches, and golf tourism, especially during their winter season in Korea.
According to the chairman of the Johor Tourism Trade and Consumerism Committee, Dato' T. Siu Kiong, the state government is committed to advertising and promoting Johor as a high-value tourist destination. This includes initiatives to increase domestic and international flights from Senai International Airport. Prasarana Malaysia Berhad, or Prasarana, and SMRT Corporation Limited, or SMRT Corp, of Singapore is expected to finalize a joint venture agreement to develop the Johor Bahru Singapore Two-Way Rapid Transit System, or RTS project on 31st of December 2017. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Dato' Sri Abdul Rahman Dahlan, said Malaysia will lead the 4-kilometre rail track project.
But of course, the cost will depend on the alignment, the final alignment of the link of the railway, the rail track. Of course, it involves a bridge crossing the causeway. We have some alternatives in Johor side.
Dato' Sri Abdul Rahman was speaking in a news conference after witnessing the signing of a memorandum of understanding between Prasarana and SMRT Corp in the capital. With this MOU, Prasarana and SMRT Corp will be merged into a single entity known as OPSCO. The company will also be involved in the design, construction, financing, operation, maintenance and renewal of track, rail and systems. OPCO is expected to offer an open tender shortly after the deal is finalized later this year to implement the construction project scheduled to begin in 2019. The Johor Bahru Singapore Rapid Transit System is expected to begin operating on the 31st of December of 2024. AirAsia Berhad has incorporated a wholly owned subsidiary, Ground Team Red Holdings Sdn Berhad, or GTRH, a private limited company intended for investment holding activities of its airport services businesses. In a statement to Bursa Malaysia yesterday, AirAsia said GTRH had an initial issued and paid up share capital of RM2, comprising 2 ordinary shares of RM1 each. Its 2 directors currently are Patra Busara Wongse and Anak Juk Charyon Wongsak. It added that the incorporation of the GTRH was not expected to have any immediate effect on the issued and paid up share capital or substantial shareholders' shareholdings of AirAsia.